I declare North Carolina Central University's 136th Commencement Exercises open. It gives me great pleasure to present to you North Carolina Central University's 12th Chancellor, Dr. Johnson O. Akinleye.
Welcome to North Carolina Central University's 136th Commencement Exercises. Today, we honor our graduates who have achieved a remarkable and lauded distinction in earning their undergraduate, graduate, or professional degrees. Each of you represents the epitome of perseverance and grace, having successfully completed your academic coursework in the midst of a global pandemic. As we know, the ongoing impact of COVID-19 has prevented us from conducting this ceremony safely in person. Please know that this virtual ceremony is equally as symbolic as one where we would be awarding your degree to you as you walk across the stage in McDougall-McClendon Arena. I, along with the NCCU Board of Trustees, administrators, faculty, staff, and alumni, salute you, the class of 2020. Collectively, you are a group of scholars who are determined, adaptive, disciplined, and focused. Over the past 9 months that you have been working to complete your studies, you have witnessed events that occur only once in a lifetime. A virus that has spread worldwide, a social justice movement spurred by the killing of unarmed African Americans, and a historic US presidential election where a record-breaking estimated 161 million Americans voted. These momentous occurrences may have sparked new conversations and dialogues, not only among your family and friends, but also in your classes. These events may have reshaped your desired professional aspirations, causing you to ponder new and innovative solutions to the multidimensional problems that face our society. Through these changes of phenomenon, I am certain that you have experienced both personal and professional growth that may have stretched your intellectual capabilities and challenge you to ask or discover what additional good you can do or contribute to the world. Events like the loss of iconic leaders, including US Congressman John Lewis and civil rights leader C.T. Vivian on the exact same day, passed the torch to new generations, symbolizing the ongoing fight for justice for all. It is one that should not be forgotten in the days and years to come. We know that you are leaving the sloping hills and verdant green during a period of time unlike any other and uncharted territory. But you must never forget that you are innately qualified and uniquely prepared to take on these emerging challenges. As NCCU Eagles graduating and poised to lead, I have no doubt that you will soar. We're looking up to you. The world is looking up to you to break new barriers and build new bridges. Your perseverance and tenacity to achieve and be successful, even in the face of a pandemic, is a testament to what is possible in spite of. You are a beacon of hope and a shining light for those who follow in your footsteps, proud of what you have accomplished. To the families of our graduates who are viewing this ceremony today, we celebrate and thank you for investing your time, patience, love, and steadfast support into these young women and men to see that they get to the finish line and complete their degree programs. Due to COVID-19, some of you had to reopen your home to your child, while others had to make sacrifices following the economic shift that downsized, eliminated your jobs, or impacted your industries. We know it has not been easy, and it's because of you that these Eagle Scholars are participating in this ceremony. You can likely affirm that it took favor, compassion, and a prayerful village of supporters to help your Eagles reach this point in their lives. Graduates, always remember to be grateful to your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, spouses, and other loved ones for what they have given up so you could be here today, obtaining your diploma from North Carolina Central University. Commendations are also due to the hardest working and most dedicated members of the NCCU community, our faculty and staff. Many of you never left the campus and have labored tirelessly since March, so all of us will be healthy and safe, and our academic instruction and operations could continue seamlessly, online and face-to-face. It is because of you that we were able to return to the campus safely and make certain that our nest was indeed protected. To the University of North Carolina System President, Peter Hearns, and members of the Board of Governors, represented by Governor Pearl Boris Floyd, and the NCCU Board of Trustees, led by Chairman Kevin Holloway. Thank you for your leadership, advocacy, guidance, and support during this truly unprecedented time for our university, most specifically, our students, faculty, and staff. NCCU alumni, we appreciate your generosity and benevolence, whether it was through your generous gifts to the university or your service as ambassadors in our recruitment efforts. You showed your love for dear old NCC. At this ceremony, we are awarding nearly 700 bachelor's, master's, Juris Doctor degrees, and 1 PhD. Special congratulations are due to our valedictorians and honor students. Additionally, I would like to recognize Dr. Ariel Renee Williams, who will be awarded a PhD in integrated biosciences. We are awarding 2 posthumous degrees to Eagles who gained their eternal wings earlier this year. Ms. Sylvia A. Rice Claytor, a senior student who passed away in February and will be honored by receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Ms. Sheila Marie Chevis, also a senior who passed away suddenly in August and will be awarded a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. While each of you are individually accomplished, there is a story of one of our graduates that highlights how NCCU's motto comes to life, especially during the health crisis that we are experiencing today. Mr. George Price, a Hampton, Virginia native, is graduating today with a bachelor's degree in nursing. A United States Army veteran, George began his studies at NCCU as a transfer student after serving as a medic and licensed practical nurse in the military. During the coronavirus pandemic, George served at the University of North Carolina Medical Center in its medical and surgical unit as part of his capstone experience course. In addition to his desire to help individuals in need of medical care, addressing food insecurity is also his passion. In 2019, during his junior year, George was instrumental in NCCU winning $10,000 for the Food Lion Feeds Collegiate Hunger Challenge, a contest aimed at alleviating issues of hunger and food security in the local community. He served as the Food Lion MVP Student Ambassador leading NCCU's team that won the contest in support of hunger-related initiatives. After graduation, he aspires to work with the Department of Veteran Affairs, assisting veterans in the areas of behavioral and mental health. Congratulations, George. Class of 2020, this is your day. And while our community, this nation, and our world have changed significantly throughout this year, you have proven without a doubt that there is nothing that you cannot do. I urge you to continue being the problem solver, world changer, and change agent that we need right now. The world needs new leaders who are bold and unafraid to tackle difficult challenges. The future is yours, and the world is waiting for you. Go forth and take your place while we cheer you on. Let truth and service be your rock and foundation. Congratulations. The program will commence as follows. Pastor Gloria Winston Harris, Director of the Office of Spiritual Development and Dialogue, will offer reflections. Next, Mrs. Pearl Burris Floyd, Secretary of the University of North Carolina Board of Governors, will provide remarks. Mr. Kevin Holloway, Chairman of the NCCU Board of Trustees, will offer remarks. Next, we will hear from Ms. Taronia Dakri, Senior Class President, Ms. Deja Young, President of the Graduate Student Association, and Ms. Alexis Murray, President of the Student Bar Association. Following remarks, we will hear a selection from Mr. Isaiah Mudd, member of the University Choir, under the director of Professor Roberta Laws, accompanied by Mr. Grover Wilson.
We gather today in celebration and to give thanks. Please center yourself as I bring prayerful reflections at this time. Let us pray. Spirit of life and Creator, source of unlimited compassion, we give thanks to you for this 2020 graduation day. We welcome your presence as we pause to reflect upon the extraordinary accomplishments of the 2020 graduating class of North Carolina Central University. There is no doubt that these NCCU 2020 graduates have triumphed through the extraordinary challenges of a deadly pandemic to a global movement for racial justice, to successfully complete their individual magnificent goals today. We, the entire NCCU community, are proud of the accomplishments of our graduates today. Even though we all struggle with the way our lives have changed, this graduation ceremony serves as a pivotal point for students, devoted families, professors, and administrators to reflect on life after graduation. I pray that every student, faculty, staff, member of NCCU will take many lessons learned and apply it to their future and allow it to speak to their resilience and hard work to be able to arrive to this special day of accomplishment. Even though there may not be a lot of pomp for this day because of social distancing circumstances, never ever has a graduating class been called to explore their strength and courage into the future in more profound ways as this 2020 graduating class. The class of 2020 is indeed a chosen class. You're chosen for such a time as this, All eyes and ears are upon you, watching your next steps and listening for your true voice. We see you. We, your family, friends, faculty, staff, mentors, and supporters, and the entire world share in your joy of this special day. As you pause during this time, on this special day, remember to truly pause. The words of my favorite poet, African-American poet, writer, Alice Walker, calls this stage the pause. The moment when something major is accomplished, and we are so relieved to finally be done with it, and that we are already rushing, at least mentally, into the future. But wisdom, however, requests us to pause. If we cannot give ourselves such a pause, the universe will likely give it to us. So 2020 graduates on today, pause. Pause and acknowledge your sense of purpose. Yes, you made it through your hardships. Pause to be reminded and empowered by your extraordinary skills and enormous strength that you possess. Pause, 2020 graduates, to honor you, to honor the fact that you are connected to your professors, to your discipline, and that you are connected to the world. Pause to honor that you are the true change, the change that is embodied in each of you today, to arrive at graduation on this day regarding all that you've experienced and to influence to change the world. Pause, 2020 graduates, to witness your courage. Through your witness, you have shared the importance of relationships. You've taught each of us today to say hello to new relationships and to say goodbye during the grief and loss of many relationships through the pandemic. But class of 2020, this is not just a milestone, but it's a springboard into future endeavors. So remember to pause. In closing, today is a moment for each of us to reflect on the words of The Sound in the Genuine in You by Howard Thurman, a theologian, civil rights advocate, and powerful teacher. Hear these closing words, class of 2020. There is something in each of you that waits and listens to the sound of the genuine in you. It is only to guide you. And if you cannot hear it, you will all of your life spend your days on the ends of the strings that somebody else pulls. May it be so, class of 2020. Class of 2020, now go forth into the world as strong leaders, ready to share your gifts with all. Go forth to do good work set before you. Pause. Be tireless. Seek the common good. Love and nurture the people and things you value. May it be so, now and forevermore. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is an honor to bring greetings from the University of North Carolina System and the Board of Governors today on the occasion of the 136th Commencement at North Carolina Central University. Today, you embark on a new journey as alumni of NCCU and the stellar UNC system, which is the home of 17 exceptional institutions. This year has been filled with many challenges, including the coronavirus pandemic that has undoubtedly changed our lives. That's why I am even more honored to celebrate the fall class of 2020 one of the most resilient classes for the system. Your strength and vigor throughout this difficult period in our history remind us all why we dedicate such a great deal of support to higher education in our state. We know this investment helps to mold the next generation of leaders, inventors, discoverers, scholars, entrepreneurs, and creators. Some of you will make your mark through important science discoveries. Others may find ingenious ways in new business, while still others will work to resolve society's biggest issues, such as hunger, homelessness, and discrimination. NCCU has soared during the pandemic, and its programs and accomplishments should be loudly applauded throughout the state and world. Consistently identified within the top 10 of all HBCUs, the university has been on the front lines in conducting COVID-19 testing in underserved communities. You launched cybersecurity labs on campus to complement new programs for students interested in pursuing a degree in information technology with a concentration in cybersecurity. Your researchers have garnered millions of dollars in grants from the National Institutes of Health and Science for esophageal cancer treatment options and liver disease research. It is my pleasure to see each of you carrying forward the Eagle tradition after fulfilling the Eagle promise upon receiving your degrees. Congratulations from the Board of Governors on your accomplishments, and a sincere thank you for furthering the business, entrepreneurial, educational, intellectual climate of our great state. Thank you.
Chancellor Akinleye, Governor Burris Floyd, and administrators. I am honored to bring you greetings on behalf of the North Carolina Central University Board of Trustees as we celebrate graduation for another class of distinguished NCCU scholars. Graduates, I want you to know that the Board of Trustees, in concert with university leadership, is dedicated to ensure the success of every graduate, and we believe that you are equipped to be future leaders competing in a global market. Today, we marvel at the fact that so many of you are here to cross the great milestone of graduation. Despite the challenges 2020 has placed in your path, it is hard to express in words the admiration we have for you. While this ceremony signals that you have checked off one monumental task on your bucket list, it is only the preliminary of what is to come. The word commencement actually means the beginning. The investment in your education will repay you many times over and open doors that would not have existed. Whether you are poised to divide into your dream profession, continue your education, or lack definitive plans because of the pandemic, remember, eagles fly high, and we keep moving forward. As a member of the Eagle family, you have been educated and strengthened by some of the world's brightest and most caring faculty and staff. While eagles in nature can be fierce and demanding, they are also nurturing. Remember, you can always seek help from your mentors and alumni for support anywhere in the world. It is about seeing you be better than the very best the marketplace has to offer. Always keep NCCU close to your heart and a priority on your list of charitable gifts. Again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations, and we wish you the very best.
Greetings to family, friends, Chancellor Akinleye, Governor Burris Floyd, Chairman Holloway, other administrators, and graduates. My name is Tariana Dockery, and I serve as the Senior Class President for the 2020-2021 academic school year. It gives me great pleasure to stand before you today as we celebrate this special occasion. Today will bring you joy, laughter, and maybe even tears. Today, one door will close as you unlock a new journey with the keys of success. You have worked so hard and so diligently to take this next step in your life and to prepare you for your future. This year, 2020, has been interesting to say the least. We have watched time rewind as we have found ourselves marching the same streets as our elders, demanding the same justice for over 50 years. During this year, we have fought the political battle of all mankind to be treated equally. In this year, we have lost many to an unexpected pandemic. And in 2020, you all have beaten the odds and made a difference in your life, and you have made your dreams become a reality. You have dedicated yourself and fulfilled the eagle promise. It is now time to soar like the eagle you are and embrace what the world has waiting for you. A famous author once said, "No matter which road you choose, no matter how long it may seem, let your heart be your guide along the way if you want to fulfill your dreams. No matter the detours, the roadblocks, or dark nights, continue your heart's desire. Lift up your torch and don't be afraid to set the world on fire. You are the light of a new day. Shine for all to see. Carry your knowledge from this day forward. Blaze a trail for history. No one will ever be quite like you. Remember this important truth. We all have a purpose in this life, and it begins with your youth. Who you are now and who you will become is determined by your soul. And with your dreams in your heart to lead the way, you can conquer any goal. To the class of 2020, I say, congratulations.
If everything were perfect, you would never learn and you would never grow. To Chancellor Akinleye, Governor Burris Floyd, and Chairman Holloway, I bring greetings to the graduates of the illustrious North Carolina Central University. I am Deja Young, and I'm honored to stand before you as your president of the Graduate Student Association. Being a college graduate means so much more than what the simple mind could bear. As a student, you have embraced transitions, some financial struggles, a world pandemic, and a tumultuous presidential election. Still more importantly, you embraced those obstacles and persisted in achieving success and meeting your goals. From the time you arrived here on the sloping hills and verdant green of NCCU, you have been prepped and trained for today, the day you take flight from the nest. Because of your commitment to graduation, you've spent countless hours studying and proving your worth to the various departments here at NCCU. Reflect on your journey and give appreciation to those trials and tribulations. If it were not for certain obstacles, we would not be here celebrating our accomplishments today. I stand in great pride before such a distinguished group of scholars who will now make their transition into the Eagle family and carry on the mantra, Eagle Excellence globally. Now it is time to carry on those lessons we've learned. I am incredibly proud of every scholar, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Remember, in all that you do it in truth and service. You are Eagle Excellence at its best. Eagle Pride.
Greetings. My name is Alexis Murray. I serve as the 2020-2021 Student Bar Association President at NCCU School of Law. I welcome you to the December 2020 North Carolina Central University Commencement Ceremony. First, I want to extend a huge congratulations to the class of 2020. You are now officially graduates and alumni of the North Carolina Central University. Following this historic election of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, all of America has been put on notice the greatness that historically Black colleges and universities produce. You all are now part of that greatness, and you all should be very proud of this outstanding accomplishment. I would like to also recognize Chancellor Akinleye, UNC Board of Governor Burris Floyd, and NCCU Board of Trustees Holloway. To family and friends, you all made this day possible. Your support, your encouragement, your love, and your sacrifices got many of the graduates to this very day. Many could not have done this without you, and we want to say thank you. To my fellow Legal Eagles, you did it. The JD is officially free. Each of you have reached a significant milestone that many dream of, and you all did it during a pandemic. You all gracefully transitioned to the infamous Zoom School of Law, and you did what needed to be done. Your strength and perseverance has gotten you this far, and I'm sure it will be with you outside the doors of 640 Nelson Street. You each have left your mark on NCCU School of Law, and as you leave the Legal Eagle nest, always remember to do everything in truth and service. Again, congratulations, class of 2020. Today, we celebrate you, Eagle Pride.
Education and justice are democracy's only life insurance. Nannie Helen Burroughs, 1879 to 1961. Educator, religious leader, activist, and businesswoman.
Go out and tell a story, let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you, make them hear you. How justice was our battle and how justice was denied. Make them hear you, make them hear you. And say to those that blamed us for the way we chose to fight, that sometimes there are battles which are more than black or white. And I could not put down my sword when justice was my right. Make them hear you, make them hear you. Go out and tell a story to your daughters and your sons. Make them hear you, make them hear you. And tell them in our struggle we were not the only ones. Make them hear you, make them hear you. Your sword can be a sermon or the power of the pen. Teach every child to raise his voice, and then, my brothers, then will justice be demanded by 10 million righteous men. Make them hear you. When they hear you, I'll be near you.
Baccalaureate degrees will now be conferred. Interim Provost Yolanda Banks Anderson, please come forward.
Chancellor, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for degrees by successfully completing curricula offered by the colleges and schools of North Carolina Central University, and have been recommended by the faculty and Board of Trustees and certified by the registrar for award of the appropriate bachelor degrees. We would like to congratulate those students who have excelled academically, placing them in the special classification of honors students. At this time, we recognize candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Social Work, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Bachelor of Business Administration. Chancellor Akinleye, it is with pleasure that I present to you these candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation in their respective undergraduate academic programs.
Upon the recommendation of the undergraduate faculty of the respective schools and colleges of the university, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of North Carolina Central University and by the Board of Governors of the University of North Carolina, I do hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have qualified, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Chancellor Akinleye, it is my privilege to report to you that these candidates have qualified in all respects for degrees by successfully completing curricula offered by the several graduate and professional schools of North Carolina Central University, and have been certified by the registrar and recommended by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to be awarded the appropriate graduate and professional degrees. We would like to congratulate those students who have excelled academically, placing them in the special classification of honor students.
At this time, we recognize the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Music, Master of Public Administration, Master of Social Work, Master of Sciences, Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Education, Master of School Administration, Master of Information Science, Master of Library Science, and Doctor of Philosophy.
Chancellor Akinleye, at this time I have the honor of recognizing candidates for the Juris Doctorate degree.
It is with pleasure that I present these candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation in their respective academic programs. They have been certified by the registrar, approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees, commended to you for conferral of professional and graduate degrees.
upon the recommendation of the faculty of the respective schools and colleges of the university, and by virtue of the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees of North Carolina Central University and by the Board of Governors of the University of North Carolina, I do hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have qualified, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Would all graduates who have received the baccalaureate, graduate, and professional degrees please turn your tassels from the right to the left to symbolize this recognition.
Please join me in recognizing all graduates who have received their degrees with one last round of applause. Graduates, you have now joined the esteemed rank of alumni of North Carolina Central University. Please remember the oath of the NCCU Alumni Association. Always remember to serve as an ambassador for this institution. Return home and give back to your alma mater.
This concludes our 136th Commencement Exercises. The recessional.